And a happy Monday to everybody out there, the 17th day of December 2018. This is Wake Up, Wenatchee Valley, live here from Studio 7 in downtown Wenatchee. It is the day before the weekend. Thanks for starting your day with us. Going to be a pretty quiet week for a lot of people. First of all, school is on their Christmas break. Almost all of the local schools are going to be out of school for the next couple of weeks, so they're sleeping in a little bit, and this is your last full week to get all that Christmas shopping in. So don't forget, if you're going to buy me a present, big and expensive, the bigger and more expensive is always better. Busy show for today. First of all, congratulations, Megan is now in control, and that'll be fun. There she is. Wave to Megan. So it's a transition day for us here. Outside of that, the usual shenanigans apply. We got news to get to, including a very interesting mail theft story from the city of Wenatchee over the weekend. This is that time of the year when this stuff happens. We'll talk about that here coming up when we do news. We also have a lot of sports highlights. Boy, we were busy over the weekend. We get to that. It was a good Friday night for the Wenatchee Wild. We'll also have Eastmont and Wenatchee basketball highlights from our broadcasts over the weekend. We'll get to that. Also the obscure holiday birthdays. Everyone's entitled to Mike McNally's opinion today in history. And in the back half of the show, the communications director for the Wenatchee School District, Diana Haglund, who came in last Friday to give us an update on all things Wenatchee School District, including replacing Dr. Walter Newman, who's no longer with the Wenatchee School Board, of course. They're down to just 4 members. That process continues. Also, we'll get an update on the search for a brand new superintendent and other school-related items with Diana Haglund coming up in the second half of the program. And a very active weather pattern is getting ready to pay us a visit. Forecast details are next, right after we take you around north central Washington with our Valley View cameras. And we'll begin this morning with the always popular Arando Rock camera. We call it the Arando Rock camera because you have to call it something. I don't even know if there is an Arando Rock, to be honest with you. If there is, I've never been there. Turtle Rock, of course, dominates your screen there with Rocky Reach Dam on the far right. And then a little bit farther down, you can't see it, is, of course, the Wenatchee Valley proper. We have one of these deals. We have pretty dense fog. It rolled in pretty thickly around 5:30 this morning. It's going to stick around until about 10 o'clock, so it does limit our ability to, for some of the cameras, you either have to be above the fog or below the fog. If you're right at fog level, you can't see anything. Let's see what Megan has decided for camera 2. It's off to Jump Off Ridge. So it looks like it's pretty clear out there. Sunrise isn't until 7:41. Oh, there's Rock Island. Rock Island, your sunrise is also at 7:41, and it looks like the Rock Island Golf Course might still be open. It's just too cold to golf this time of the year. Good morning, Rock Island. Thanks for starting your day with us. Where we're going to go with camera 4, Kat. Have we gone through all the cameras? I mean, Megan, okay, that, I want to say, is that Billy Goat? That's Billy Goat somewhere. Now that's an idea of what we're talking about. That's like flying in an airplane, isn't it? That camera at over 7,000 feet above sea level takes you up above the clouds and the fog. So if the clouds and the fog wasn't there, you'd be able to see Brewster, you'd be able to see Pateros, the Methow, and the Columbia River. And by the way, for you folks in the Methow Valley, you are going to get some snow, especially tomorrow. Forecast details are coming up. In fact, from the National Weather Service, if it's okay with you, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going to happen weather-wise this week. Active and mild weather pattern continues into the week. Because of the rain shadow, the mountains are going to get a lot of snow, but not so much here in the Wenatchee Valley, right about Leavenworth. Leavenworth and west of that is when the snow is going to be happening. By the way, interesting weather fact about yesterday's high. Yesterday's high, Sunday, 36 degrees. It happened at 23 minutes after midnight. And then we kind of got down to 34 degrees, and it kind of just sort of stayed there. We also had a lot of rain. Now, remember, the rain is measured up at Pangbourne Memorial Airport. 0.34 inches of rain, so we had about 1/3 of an inch of rain on Sunday, and we're in for more rain, especially tonight. Today, partly sunny skies. The rain, which is expected today, is not going to be till late this afternoon into the early evening hours, maybe 5, 6 o'clock tonight is when the rain's going to start. Outside of that, partly sunny and a high of 42, which is well above normal. Still very mild November and December. Rain tonight, a lot of rain, anywhere between 1/4 to 1/2 inch possible. So significant rainfall expected for the Wenatchee Valley tonight. Again, the Methow Valley, We're talking Carlton and on up to Mazama, Twisp, Winthrop. You're going to get some snow, a couple of inches of snow anyway, as Leavenworth. That is tonight on into Tuesday, and there's going to be heavy snow in the mountain passes. Those details are coming up. So it's going to rain all night tonight into Tuesday morning, about 10 or so, and then it tapers off. Tuesday's high will get up to about 46 degrees. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, dry, 34 for the overnight low. Wednesday, mostly sunny and a high of 46. Can you believe that? As we get oh so close to the winter solstice, and yet we're going to have 46 degrees with sunshine on Wednesday. And then off and on rain with some clouds, temperatures well above normal right through the week and into the weekend. We are going to be wet, especially tonight into Tuesday. Get ready for some significant rainfall. All right, that is a look at your weather. At 6 minutes after the hour, let's take you up to the major mountain passes and see what's happening in the Cascades. We'll start out with I-90. We always do. Good morning, Snoqualmie Pass. No advisories, no restrictions. Now, I-90 eastbound is closed at exit 85. That's in Cle Elum until 11 this morning. They're doing some bridge deck repairs, so they're going to detour you around there. Again, this is eastbound at I-90. It's going to add an extra half an hour or so to your travel time. Westbound lanes are closed now, or I'm sorry, will be closed tomorrow, I should say. Westbound I-90 will be closed from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow at exit 106, and they'll have detours there. Now, right now, of course, the passes are just fine. No advisories or restrictions on I-90. Let's take you to Stevens Pass. Traction tires are advised there. It's not snowing, compact snow and ice on the roadway. The plows got ahead of the game a little bit on Stevens Pass, but still, traction tires are advised. Our US 97 Blewett. No advisories, no restrictions. Some patchy fog, and that's all you're going to be dealing with on Blewett. No advisories or restrictions on Blewett, nor on I-90. Traction tires are advised on Stevens. Pretty quiet day today, just an inch or two of snow. That's all they're going to get in the major mountain passes, if even that. But then things are going to change. Heavy snow tonight. We talked about we're going to get a lot of rain down here on the valley floor in the Wenatchee Valley. Significant rain. You take that and you make that snow in the major mountain passes. For tonight, 6 to 10 inches of snow is in the forecast. Tomorrow, 5 to 9 inches. So it's going to snow pretty much all night tonight and most of the day in the mountain passes on Tuesday. Another 3 to 7 inches of snow expected on Tuesday night. Wednesday, a couple of inches. Thursday, a couple of inches. It dries off a little bit, but heavy snowfall tonight and all day Tuesday on the major mountain passes. Be warned. It is 7 minutes after the hour. We are going to take a quick 1 minute break. And we'll come back with your Monday morning news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live this morning from Studio 7 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Live channel.
Came here to CVCH because one of my friends referred me. When I met Dr. Jocelyn, she was just amazing. She connected with my son and it meant so much to me. He opens up so quickly because she just sits there and plays with him. It really is like going to see a friend. It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted and respected. It just feels like home.
Hey everyone, did you know that the NCW Life channel is North Central Washington's go-to source for news? No matter how you prefer to view your news, NCW Life has you covered. Watch the evening news weeknights on TV, stream it, read it at ncwlife.com, or catch the latest news by following us on Facebook. Stay informed with local news, sports, weather, and shows featuring local people and events. NCW Life, a reflection and a spotlight of the communities we call home.
We are back on this Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, the 17th day of December, 30 degrees, fair skies, partly sunny, high of 42. Rain tonight and considerable rain coming your way overnight tonight into Tuesday morning. Here's what's making headlines. A former employee at the Numerica Performing Arts Center in Wenatchee stole about $35,000 from the PAC over the last 3 years. This is according to Executive Director Matt Cadman. He said the matter was turned over to the Wenatchee Police Department on December 4th. The unidentified employee worked at the PAC for the last 3 years and improperly used the organization's credit card to make non-business purchases. Again, this is according to Matt Cadman. The charged amount, combined with the interest owed, totals about $56,000. The charges were discovered in October during a review of the books. Cadman said the PAC is cutting expenses and making arrangements to pay off the credit card debt. At the same time, a claim is being made with their insurance company. He said it does not appear that any donated funds were stolen. In other news, coming soon to East Wenatchee, another roundabout. Yeah, at their regular meeting on Tuesday night, the East Wenatchee City Council authorized Mayor Steve Lacey to sign an agreement to build a 2-lane roundabout at the intersection of Highline Drive and 3rd Street Northeast. Project managers say the intersection's configuration and high traffic volume have led to delays and crashes. The city received a $743,750 grant to construct the new roundabout. A traffic light was also considered for that intersection, but officials say it would be not as cost effective as a roundabout. This would be East Wenatchee's 3rd roundabout. There's a roundabout, of course, between the Wenatchee Valley Mall and the Senator George Siller Bridge, and another on Highline Drive near Safeway. Well, Confluence Health will be building a 3-level parking structure at Central Washington Hospital. It'll add 500 parking spaces to the Wenatchee campus. Construction on the parking garage will begin in March. It'll take about 6 to 9 months to complete. CEO Dr. Peter Rutherford said the garage will serve as a foundational need, adding that the Confluence has listened to its neighbors, patients, and staff, and yeah, there is the need for more parking at the hospital. Alert citizens in Wenatchee assisted police in apprehending a mail thief, and 2 associates. According to a press release from Captain Edgar Reinfeld, someone called police Saturday to report 3 people inside a Ford SUV were stealing packages off porches in central Wenatchee. As officers arrived to search for the car, another citizen called to report someone from a car matching the description had just stolen a package from their porch. And then immediately thereafter, a 3rd person called to report a package being thrown from a matching car. The address on the package matched the addresses from the initial report. Inside the package, police found mail from several different locations around the city. Police were able to find the car. They saw additional stolen property in plain view inside the back. 3 people came out of a detached garage. While officers were there, 2 were arrested on detainers from the Washington State Department of Corrections. The 3rd person, 27-year-old Denise Bolanos of Wenatchee, arrested on an outstanding warrant. According to police, all of the stolen mail will be returned to the owners by the end of the week. And finally, on this Monday, nobody was safe from the ugly sweater Saturday at Pybus Market as Works Gym hosted a thematic run walk to benefit the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. Our very own Eric Granstrom was there and captured the sights and sounds of the ugly sweaters on men, women, children, and yes, even dogs.
Is that going to bounce around when you run?
Yeah. Oh yeah, so cute. And one more.
Very nice. Those are some ugly sweaters. I love it. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Hey, how you doing, Eric?
There's a dog too.
We gotta have Santa here.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good stuff Saturday at the Pybus. Over $1,100 was raised and 2 huge bags of toys were donated by those who participated in the Ugly Sweater 5K. Thank you to Works and everybody who took part. And that reminds me, the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive has come to an end. For the 2nd big year, a lot of kids are going to have a good Christmas this year, thanks to you and all of our sponsors. In fact, we're going to wrap a bow, a metaphorical bow, if you will, on the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. Tomorrow, Eric Granstrom will be sitting right here to my immediate left, and we'll talk about what a great job everybody did with the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. That's tomorrow on this program. Today on this program, Diana Haglund, the Communications Director of the Wenatchee School District, will be here in the back half of the hour. Don't forget the news with Grant Olson comes your way at 5, 6, and 10. 5, 6, and 10 are your 3 chances to catch up on what happened on this Monday. Grant in the anchor chair. He also handles a weather forecast with Eric Granstrom and sports at 5, 6, and 10 right here on this very television station. Also available for you to watch on demand on our Facebook page and on our website at ncwlife.com right around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Fair skies, 30 degrees. We're going to have partly sunny skies today for most of the day. Sunshine, highs will be in the lower 40s, and then heavy rain tonight and spilling into Tuesday morning with significant snowfall in the upper elevations. We're going to take a break. When we come back, sports, the obscure holiday today in history, birthdays, everyone is entitled to Mike McNity's opinion, and everything else. Thanks for starting your day right here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Turn back the clocks and grab the ice melt. Winter weather is here. This is Corey at Rose Tractor. If you're looking for a reliable way to clear snow, look no further than Cub Cadet. For sidewalks and driveways, a Cub Cadet snow thrower will get the job done in a jiffy. For larger jobs, a Cub Cadet Challenger utility vehicle with a snow blade will handle about anything. You can depend on Cub Cadet for years of reliable performance, and we'll help you select the best model for your job at Rose Tractor, family-run business at the corner of 3rd and Rock Island Road in East Wenatchee.
Welcome back. Just about 17 degrees, about 17 minutes after the hour. It's warmer than 17 degrees. We're in the lower 30s. Let's do sports. The Wenatchee Wild hosted seminar on Friday at the Town Toyota Center. It was teddy bear toss. Not only did the fans gather to get a chance to toss their stuffed animals in the first period, they also went home happy with the Wild pulling off a 4-3 overtime victory. Brandon Cook scored the game's first goal 11 minutes into the first period. That brought down the shower of stuffed animals onto the ice. Art Checker with the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
And here come the Wild up through center. And there's a pass from Stratton to Souter. Souter goes to the backhand and flicks it in. Loose puck shot. Score! Brandon Cook. And check the weather forecast. It's raining bears. Blocked. It's going to rattle out through center, and here comes Logan Shaw. He's in, poke checked away, rebound, score. On the breakaway, the shot was denied by Sandquist, but the rebound chased down by John Little. Order of business. Here they come. Souter back across, shot, score! Murphy Stratton snaps it home. We'll see. Here's Hudson Shander up on the left side. He scores. Hudson Shander carried the puck on the left side, and he had a defenseman there. Back through center. Here come the Wild. It's Murphy to Sasaki. Backhander shot and a score. Christoph Villian. And Unruh is going to come up on the near side. Stratton kind of lollygagging a little bit. There's a crossing feed. Back shot and a score. Justin Wilson has tied it up. Well, the Wild haven't seen a whole lot of overtime this year. Again, just a 1/10 of a second on the clock. And as the puck drops, the horn sounds. Threads it through just out of the reach of Souter into the left corner. 37 seconds left. Souter tangles up. Centering feed. Gashevsky shoots. He scores! Game, set, match.
The Wild got goals from Cook, Stratton, Filion, and Matt Gochevsky for the victory. And with the victory, Wenatchee moved into first place in the Interior Division all by themselves. They have 46 points. That's 1 point ahead of Penticton, 2 in front of Merritt. The Wild travel to Trail Wednesday, then they return home to face Vernon Friday and Saturday before the holiday break. Friday night was reserved for high school basketball right here on the NCW Live channel as the Wenatchee Panthers hosted the Davis Pirates. In the opener, Davis grabbed an early lead, never relinquished it. They knocked off Wenatchee 57-44. Missy Bennett did what she could to help bring Wenatchee back. She had a couple of big three-pointers in the fourth quarter, but Wenatchee could get no closer than 9 down the stretch. With your highlights from Friday night, Eric Granstrom.
4 minutes and 3 seconds left in regulation here. 15-point differential. Inbounds pass comes in to Alvarado for 3. Good. Chavilicek to Bennett for 3. Good. To Garfias. Here's a 3 for Alvarado. Good. 2 in a row for Roxanne Alvarado. 8 here in the second half. 19 of the ball game for Davis. Bennett going to shoot a 3. Good. Missy Bennett, 6 in the quarter, 8 in the ball game. 6 seconds, 5. Lobs it across to Rojas with 2, with 1, and that'll be it. 57-44 is our final score.
Lachlan Hoberg led all scorers. She's poured in 17 points for the Davis Pirates. Also on the Les Schwab girls basketball scoreboard from Friday, West Valley topped Eastmont 44-26. Omak over Cascade 49-35. Chelan bruised Brewster 52-31. Liberty Bell mauled Manson, as you see there, and Waterville Mansfield stopping Soap Lake 60-35. The Wenatchee boys basketball team erased an 8-point first half deficit, outscored Davis 24-15 in the fourth quarter, and they earn a big victory on Friday night, 63-60. The Panthers had 4 players score in double figures, led by Garrett Long. He had 15. J.J. Jelsing had 13. Evan Smith with 12. And Darius Carlson poured in 11. Friday night highlights, Wenatchee and Davis boys. Again, Eric Granstrom.
Jose feeds. Here's Cook with a drive. Oh my gosh, what a play! Underhanded Marcus Cook has all 6 of Davis points. It's a 7-6 ball game. Nate Blauman will come off the bench here momentarily for Wenatchee. Long pass across, inside to Carlson, floating jumper, good! Darius for 2. His first bucket and our first tie of the game since it was 0. Now to Lee. Lee on the drive, off balance shot, somehow is able to coax it home. And the ball stripped away and loose and picked up by Blauman. Foul could have been called there. Blauman lost the handle, ball loose. Carlson has it, bounce pass across, wide open lay-in, good! Well, garbage play, but Dory will take it. 38 seconds left here in the half. Jelsing, high post to Carlson. Carlson drives, shoots, missed it. Lloydhammer put back, it's no good. Got his own rebound, put back again, no good. Carlson, 3 to get 1, but Darius gets it. Long drives, floats the runner up, no good. Bennett Joe rebound. Outlet to Lee, shoots the 3-pointer, good. Panthers turnover for Davis, their 3rd here in the second half. Quickly ahead to Darius Carlson. In the paint, turns, shovels it to Lloydhammer, lay-in, good. Panthers a chance to take their lead back. Shot, good. Garrett Long with 11. Lloydhammer to Smith for 3, good. Huge bucket for Evan Smith. Here comes Carlson. Carlson down in the corner for Smith. He's going to stop and shoot the 3. Good. Evan Smith, 2 threes in a row, raining in from downtown. Here, 2, 4, 6, 7 points in a quarter, 17 of the game. Jelsing, they'll kick it down in the corner for a 3-pointer by Smith. It's good. Evan Smith, 3 threes in the fourth. Rebound with 7 seconds. Lee was 6 with 5. Going to shoot the 3-pointer at the buzzer. Off the back of the iron, no good. Wenatchee rebound. And the Panthers are going to hold on by the hair of their chinny chin for the victory here tonight, 63-60.
Again, that was Friday night. And speaking of Friday night, here's your Les Schwab prep scoreboard in boys basketball from Friday. West Valley defended their home floor. They knocked off Eastmont 60-38. Chelan got 23 points from Connor Wilson in a 69-60 non-conference win over Brewster. First time the Goats have beaten the Bears since 2011. Omak had no trouble with Cascade, Liberty Bell, A.G. Manson on Friday night. Eastmont hosted Moses Lake in a Big 9 showdown Saturday and ran right here on the NCAA Live Channel. In the girls' game, the Wildcats took an early lead. It disappeared quickly as the Chiefs built an 11-point lead at halftime. They went on for the 23-point victory. 56-33 was the final. Our very own Grant Olson had the call right here on the NCAA Live Channel.
Clock at 6 seconds inside. The shot's taken by Brown, no good. Rebound, Britt Vaughn throws one up wildly. It's no good. And another offensive rebound. Now it's shot from outside off the glass. Jaden Brown, good. Jaden Brown, she's had the hot hand. Going to take another long shot. This time it's no good, but there inside the rebound. Megan Chandler, good. Looks things over underneath. Nobody there. Goes back right side. McPartland will put it up for three. Good. Moses Lake extend this 5-point lead with 1:23 left to go second quarter. Here's Olson. Dumps it down low to Kendall Crum. Turnaround jumper. Good. 8 on the shot clock now for Eastmont. Top of the key. Here's Heimbanger. Takes it off the glass for three. Good. Rios quickly down court to Carpenter. Pulls up her dribble on the wing. Here's Rios. She made her last one. Why not? Here's another one for Gabby Rios, and that's 7 now in the ball game, and a 21-point Moses Lake lead. 1 second, and that will do it. Our final score here, game number 1 of our doubleheader. The girls' game was all Moses Lake. The final score, the Chiefs 56 and the Wildcats 33.
Also on Saturday, real quickly, the Les Schwab Prep girls basketball scoreboard will show you that Sunnyside defended their home court with an easy victory over the Wenatchee Panthers. You see there, 82-49. In the nightcap Saturday, Eastmont and Wildcats and Moses Lake locked into a back-and-forth classic. Neither team able to really take charge in this game. It would be turnovers down the stretch for Eastmont that would prove costly. Moses Lake earns the victory 70-65. Chiefs led by the 30 points from Evan McLean and 20 from Kyle Karstetter. Eastmont's Isaac Wellborn finished with 20 points. Trey Haberlock chipped in 13. We had the game live on the NCAA Live channel Saturday night. Grant Olson and the highlights.
Got to get it to the middle of the court to break a press. They need to find Nelson there, and all the way down court. Here's Wellborn, layup, good. From long range, no good. Good block out by Cannon. Ball's loose. Calvillo has it and gets it back to Cannon. To Nelson, down court. Here's Wellborn. Nice drive to the basket. Layup, good. To Lindgren, top of the key. Karstetter down low. It's Byers working on Nelson. Left hand again, up and in. Nice move. He's got some moves down low. He's going to take it to the basket. Step move. Can't get the layup to go, though. Nice move. Calvillo with the rebound. On the move. Down court. Haberlock. Left hand. Layup. Good. That's 6 turnovers in this first quarter by Eastmont. Here's Thomas. Now the sophomore puts it up for 3. Good. He's guarded there by Calvillo. Top of the key, Lindgren, left hand, good. Spurline now in the baseline. He's double teamed, manages to get to the basket, but it's partially blocked by Massey. Down court now, look out, it's Nelson, the slam, it's good. Calvillo guarded very well by Thomas, and it's poke checked away from Calvillo. Here's Karstetter, 2 seconds, 1, shot taken in time, Lindgren, 3, good! 5-7 on 5-7. Thomas kicks it out. Open shot, right wing. McLean, good for 3. Here's Spurline now. Left side, Lindgren. Back out, McLean. He has just been unbelievable tonight with 22. Here he goes to the basket again. Blocked from behind, though, by Haberlock. Gets his own rebound. Back up, good, and he's fouled. Calvillo drives, free throw line, kicks it out. Here's Haberlock for 3. It's good! Can't get it to Wellborn. Now on the left wing to Massey. Back to Haberlock. Takes the shot. Good for 3. McLean has it. Now cross the way to Karstetter. He's going to take it to the basket on Massey. Off the glass. Good. 17 on the shot clock. 16. They're almost the same times. Wellborn, the long shot. No good. Rebound. Byers. Eastmont with the basketball, down by 5. Need a basket, obviously, quickly here. Massey stops, top of the key, no good. Karstetter the rebound, and that will do it.
Also on Saturday night, Wenatchee made the long trip down to Sunnyside, and they beat the Grizzlies in boys basketball 54-38. Coming up this week on the NCAA Live channel, our sports schedule. It begins with more basketball tomorrow night live. Eastmont will host Pasco, the girls at 5:30, the boys after that. Hockey night Thursday features the Teddy Bear Toss from last Friday night with the Wild hosting Salmon Arm. Then we'll wrap up their pre-Christmas schedule Friday with Rogers and Eastmont at 5:30. Again, a doubleheader. Eastern Washington is going to play for the FCS Championship. They routed Maine 50-39 Saturday in Cheney. Eric Barrier set a school record. He threw 7 touchdown passes, 21-30 for 352 yards. Eagles are 12-2. They'll take on 14-0 North Dakota State January 5th in Frisco, Texas. North Dakota State is the defending FCS champion and has won 6 of their last 7 titles. Seahawks laid a big fat egg in Santa Clara yesterday. Lost in overtime to the 49ers 26-23. Seattle penalized 14 times for 148 yards in the game, including several crucial penalties. that negated big plays on offense. Robbie Gould's 36-yard field goal in overtime is the game winner. San Francisco won for only the 4th time this year. Russell Wilson, pretty good day, 23 of 31, 237, a couple of touchdowns to Doug Baldwin. Chris Carson carried the ball 22 times, 19 yards and a score. Seattle drops to 8-6. They will host Kansas City Sunday Night Football in Seattle to wrap up the weekend at 5:20. If the Hawks win and Kansas City's tough, they will make again to the playoffs. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Monday at 30 minutes after the hour. It's time for the obscure holiday of the day today. Today is National Maple Syrup Day. Doesn't that look so good? And doing my research for the obscure holiday, I discovered something. There's actually such a thing as pancake syrup, not maple syrup. The real deal, the maple syrup, is a little on the pricey side, but it comes in bottles like that, and there's nothing better than pure maple syrup. It's worth it, the good stuff, and it goes good with anything. Yeah, it goes good on your pancakes and your waffles, but warm maple syrup on vanilla ice cream, that's a treat too. So when you have breakfast this morning, be sure to add a little maple syrup, the real deal, which dates all the way back to us. Yeah, maple syrup is a American invention, or American discovery, I guess is the best way to put it. Happy Maple Syrup Day. Let's do today in history. Very big day today. It's December 13th, 1903. 115 years ago today, there it is. The Wright brothers made the first controlled, powered, heavier-than-air flight at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Other people had flown, kind of, sort of, but the Wright brothers were the first ones to actually build an airplane that they could steer. They could tell it the direction they wanted it to go, and it was powered, and there you go. The Wright brothers flew on this date 115 years ago today, and this planet would never be the same. Not quite a momentous event, but still something we need to talk about. December 17th, 1989, 29 years ago today, The Simpsons first premiered on American network television with the Christmas classic Simpsons roasting on an open fire. Since its debut on this date 29 years ago today, 649 episodes of The Simpsons have been broadcast. It is the longest-running American sitcom and longest-running American scripted television program in history. Nobody has surpassed 649 episodes. The Simpsons Christmas classic aired on this date 29 years ago today, and television history was made. And finally, one birthday to pass along. The Pope, His Holiness, Pope Francis, is 82 years old today. Of course, the very first Jesuit Pope, the first Pope from the Americas, the first Pope from the Southern Hemisphere, and the first Pope from outside Europe since the 8th century. Pope Francis celebrates birthday number 82 today. 32 minutes after the hour, everyone's entitled to Mike Manati's opinion. Then my conversation with Diana Haglund for the Wenatchee School District. It's a Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes. My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Bob's Burgers and Brew in Wenatchee. Only the best.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Bob's Burgers and Brew in Wenatchee. Only the best.
NCW Life Channel is proud to present the Spotlight on Business. We're going behind the scenes to bring you the story of local businesses throughout North Central Washington. How did they get started? And why are they so successful? We'll answer these and other questions each week with Spotlight on Business, Sundays through Fridays on the NCW Life channel.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, I do a lot of marriage and relationship therapy, and lots of couples come to counseling because they have problems with communication. Well, what I find is what they call communication is really just trying to convince their partner I'm right. Now, that's human nature, okay? I want to be right, and I want to have other people admit that I'm right, but I tell you, if being right means proving someone else to be wrong or just putting down someone that you say you love and care for, then being right can be a cold, lonely place to be. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
You don't want to see this happen. It's the oil light on your car. Oil is the lube of life for your car's engine. At Alignment Pros and Express Lube, they pour the best oil your car deserves. Expect fast, friendly, superior service in a clean environment. They'll change your oil and perform a 21-point inspection while you enjoy the comfort of their amazing waiting room. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. As we get closer and closer to Christmas break for the students and staff at the Wenatchee School District, you would think this is going to be kind of a quiet time of the year, but they don't get to control the circumstances as often as they'd like to. There's a lot going on with the Wenatchee School District, and of course Diana Haglund is the communications director and a regular contributor to this program. Thanks for joining me, Diana.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Before we get into the meat and potatoes, there's a lot to get to, by the way. I want to go back in time just a little bit. Late last summer, you and Chris Lutkin came on this program to talk about a really cool deal that just rolled out this year. Chris is the, help me out.
Our Director of Nutrition Services.
Director of Nutrition Services. He's the guy who's in charge of food for everybody. The 7,000 or close to 8,000 kids, plus staff and teachers eat there too as well. And they rolled out a really cool deal, free lunch, no questions asked. Here's your food. It's happening at Columbia, Lewis and Clark, Lincoln, and Mission View Elementary, at Orchard and Pioneer Middle Schools, and at Westside High School. Never happened before. It's about over 3,000 kids get lunch free. Here you go. What's your early response? How's this working out now that you're, 3 months into this program?
Yeah, so far amazing. Kids and families are really taking advantage of this. I know I'm one of them. My kids go to Mission View, and it's great to know that they get a healthy, nutritious meal every day. So I know that's increased the number of trays that are going through our food service, and the staff couldn't be more pleased. So we're seeing an uptick in the kids that are participating in that for sure. I don't have hard numbers for you, but I can tell you it's been a significant increase. Having talked to Chris shortly, he said that he's just really thrilled with the turnout, and we hope in the future to expand this program to serve all of our kids in the district.
Hopefully, and the parents, of course, have gotten the word on this for the schools that are mentioned. It's easy for them. They don't have to worry about preparing a lunch, a sack lunch. The lunch is waiting for them, and they don't have to worry about collecting the change to give to Johnny to buy his hot lunch, because he doesn't have to worry about that. It's a time saver, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Gets the kids back to class quicker, things like that.
Yeah. I know for me as a parent, it's one less thing I have to do in the morning, and the kids, my kids are very picky, and so the nice thing about our food services is it gives them some choices too. So even if your kids have a food allergy, or they just don't like the main entree on the menu, there's always a salad bar, there's always some different options, and so they get a lot of choice and healthy options.
But this isn't a permanent deal. This is a 4-year grant process, or 2 years with the 2 additional? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I think it was a 2+2.
Okay.
But yeah, Chris and his team in food services are amazing, and they're always kind of keeping tabs on what's out there, ways that they can improve services, but also how we can deliver healthy meals to all of our kids so that they're ready to learn.
It's a great program, and I hope it goes district-wide as soon as possible. It just makes perfect sense.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
mean, and it's a lot easier to learn when you have a full tummy than an empty
And
tummy.
I can tell you, I just had a Thanksgiving feast at my kids' school, Mission View, and it was incredible.
Good.
I'm not going to say it was better than my homemade meal, but it was pretty gosh darn good.
Speaking of pretty gosh darn good, we always brag about the teachers and the educators. This is Diana's press release about certification. A bunch of longtime teachers have gotten more certified, I guess is the best way to put it. The headline is Wenatchee educators receive top teaching certification. Diana, explain what I have in front of my hands.
Yeah, National Board certification is sort of the creme de la creme of teacher certification. It's the ultimate certification that our staff can get. And we had 10 in our district, or excuse me, 8 that achieved certification for the first time, and then 10 that renewed that certification.
Okay.
It is an extremely rigorous process for those educators to go through. It involves creating a portfolio, videos of their classroom, of them interacting with their students. It's a very lengthy process. Add on top of that just doing your everyday teaching and kind of managing your classroom. So it's a huge deal for these educators, and for many of them, they often say this is the hardest professional development that I've ever had to do. But the benefit of that is that they're applying what they learn to their classrooms. So we're improving learning and attainment by having such a highly educated group of teachers in our district.
It's a big list. It's way too many for me to mention right now. There's some names I recognize, though, including Scott Benner, who got recertified. I can't believe Scott's still teaching. That just amazes me. His first year teaching was my senior year in high school, and I'm not going to tell you when I graduated. So that's really cool. That's really neat.
Yeah, we're really proud of them. It is a tremendous amount of work, and like I said, the rigor is pretty intense. So it's exciting to be able to announce that we have so many educators in our district that have achieved that.
Yeah, that's really good news. We have a new transportation director. My good friend Jim Beeson's been wearing 2 hats now for a few months. He's the athletic director for the school district, and in the mornings he was working out of the transportation office, which is a full-time job. Who's kidding who to be the transportation director of a school district as large as the Wenatchee School District, with all the buses and charter buses taking kids off to choir competition, athletic events, and everything. Jennifer started her job Monday of this week, right?
She did, yes.
So 1 week ago,
Yep.
she started on the 10th. Jennifer, I don't want to blow her last name. Lagadinos?
Yes, so Jennifer Lagadinos,
From
and she actually
Marysville.
started this Monday.
Okay.
Or yeah, I guess it was last week. Sorry, I'm losing track of time as we're going into the holidays. So yeah, she joined us from the Marysville School District, and we're thrilled to have her on board. She's got a tremendous amount of experience in transportation and kind of the logistics with school transportation systems.
And that's the key, is logistics. Boy, do you have to be organized to do a job like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, every school in the district has busing, with I think Columbia. Columbia doesn't have busing, right? Because I think they're so, I'm not sure.
I don't know the answer to that. They may have a couple of buses, but they are a neighborhood
surprised.
school, so there may be some for kids that choice in. Yeah.
It's a big job, and it's an important job. And she plays a role in what happened on Wednesday morning of last week with our very first school delay, and that always something I think we should talk about. When you're looking at the forecast, and everybody who works at the district has a general idea of what to expect the next day, and we may have to keep an eye on this. We may have some delays. Walk us through the school delay or school closure process during the winter months when these things happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Just about a week ago, we sat down and reviewed our, emergency protocols, our weather-related procedures, and what do we need to do to communicate with families. And a good thing we did that, because we were really ready when this did happen. So what our process is at about 3 a.m., our transportation director gets in their vehicle and they drive to some of the outlying areas, up the canyons, you know, up to the heights.
School bus routes.
Yes,
and routes where kids would be driving for high school.
Some of the trickiest routes, the routes that are often experience probably the worst road conditions. So they actually go out and drive the roads at night in the dark. And Jenny, being brand new, not familiar with some of those roads, she was out there at 3 a.m. driving those routes. By 5 a.m., our superintendent makes the call as to whether or not we're going to do a delay or a cancellation. So there's some communication with them between that 3 and 5 o'clock time period to make that call. Between 5 and about 6 o'clock, that's when we start sending out our robocalls, when we're sending out our emails, we're posting on social media, we're notifying our media partners. So it all starts to happen pretty early in the morning so that when parents wake up and kids start getting ready, they know what to plan for.
It's not like it used to be. I've been in broadcast media for years, and radio was the way we got the word out. We would get the phone call from the superintendent saying it's official, I'm calling a 2-hour delay, and then we would have to get the word out. Because after a heavy snowfall, the first thing we do when we get to the office, our phone would start ringing. Is there a school today? Is there a school today? So having the blast robocalls makes our life easier anyway.
It does, and we'll be rolling out actually some text messaging options for families here in the 2019, so we're pretty excited about that. So I know a lot of folks don't listen to voicemails. I'm guilty of doing it. I would rather read them. So it'll be nice to be able to roll out that text messaging option as well.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think it was pretty successful. Our first delay was we were able to push that out. With a new transportation director at the helm, we all felt pretty good about how that process was handled.
And it should be pointed out, 180 days is 180 days, and that's the school year. And these are factored in when the school year calendar is put out. They have to say that we have a couple of days we have to make up in June that we may miss in January or February because of snow days. So these things are all factored into that decision as well.
They are, yeah. And when we make that call, it's all about safety and making sure that our transportation team has time to chain up the fleet if they need to. So those are usually the considerations. But yeah, if we do have a major closure, which we did a couple years ago, it was the first time we had closed school in like 30 years, and we just had that snowpocalypse that happened.
Yeah, the town was paralyzed. Nobody could go anywhere.
Yeah. But I think for folks to know that there are staff behind the scenes early in the morning when it's dark out there actually driving those roads to make that consideration.
How is it, we mentioned that. I know Eastmont has had an ongoing issue, and I'm going to have Eastmont's transportation director on to talk about this. They are always looking for bus drivers. How are we doing in the Wenatchee School District? Are we okay?
We're always
Staffed?
looking for bus drivers as well. Yeah. Being a bus driver is a really challenging job. It really, truly is. It's kind of a crazy schedule. You have to be comfortable working with kids, and then to be able to drive the bus at the same time while you have, noisy kids, and just be really hyper aware of what's going on around you. And so it takes a special person to be in transportation and be a bus driver. So we're always on the hunt for those. And I think that's a national kind of trend where it's just always a difficult position to fill, but it's a great job for retired folks and people that are looking to interface with kids.
And if you're into it, or you think you might like it, you don't need a CDL, eventually. But I mean, they'll walk you through everything.
Yeah, we'll provide the training, all of that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely. There's two vacancies. One is coming up next year. I'm talking about Brian Flondas, who is stepping down as the superintendent of the Wenatchee School District. And there's one that's going on right now with the retirement of Dr. Walter Newman from the Wenatchee School Board. Those two items on the agenda. When we come back with Diana Haglund, you're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air, and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks. So bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. wildaboutberries.com.
Thanks to the help I received at Goodwill,
I have a job. I'm working now. Thanks to Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to get you back to work. When you donate to or shop at Goodwill, you're really helping people find work.
Thank you. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
NCW Life Channel is proud to present the Spotlight on Business. We're going behind the scenes to bring you the story of local businesses throughout North Central Washington. How did they get started? And why are they so successful? We'll answer these and other questions each week with Spotlight on Business, Sundays through Fridays on the NCW Life Channel.
And we're back with Diana Haglund, the Communications Director for the Wenatchee School District. The most pressing issue going on right now is the Wenatchee School Board is down a member. Dr. Walter Newman, of course, announced his resignation and stepped down from the Wenatchee School District Board of Directors a few weeks ago. So they've gone from 5 to 4 members. This position needs to be filled, and it needs to be filled soon.
Yes.
Update, Diana, please, on that process.
Yeah, so our timeline as it stands right now, the position is open, and you can get more information on our website, wenatcheeschools.org. And the application closes at noon on January 2nd. So it's going to be really, really important that we get that word out there to anybody that might be interested in the position so they can fill out the application. It's, you know, nothing earth-shattering. It shouldn't take too terribly long to fill out, but we would love to see a really diverse pool of candidates come forward that are interested in it. And so the 2nd is the deadline at noon, and then they plan to make the announcement of who the candidates are and then set up interviews on January 4th. So it's a really fast timeline to get somebody into the position.
Yeah, and all you have to do is be a registered voter and live within the physical confines of Wenatchee School District, and you are eligible to sign up to serve on the school board. How does the vetting process work? Does everybody who applies at least get some sort of consideration, or is there an initial whittling process before you move to the next
it really
thing?
depends on the number of applicants. I can tell you when Jesus Hernandez stepped down from his position, we had 7 applicants, and we interviewed all 7. So we'll the board will kind of make that determination based on the numbers and who they want to invite back for that interview. And those interviews are all public, so they're done at a public meeting, and so it's really open, so people in the community can get a sense of who those potential candidates are.
And we're not going to lie to you, there's work involved. If you're a member of the Wenatchee School District Board, you don't just show up for meetings and what are we doing, what do we got, what's on the agenda?
Yeah.
There's packets, there's homework, there's a lot of time involved to do the job right, and that's probably the number one thing, that and a passion for education, but that was 2 things that people really need to remember.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a very busy job, let's put it that way, and it's service to the community and to our kids, and so yeah, it takes somebody who really has some dedication and has a desire to serve. Of course, they have to love kids and want to lead in that capacity. But there is a lot of time. There is a lot of homework. There's packets to go through and looking at budgets and looking at contracts and making some tough decisions. So we're looking for somebody who has that desire to serve, who's willing to make some hard decisions, but also to help guide us in the future, help set the next vision for the Wenatchee School District, and also this person will be involved in choosing who our next superintendent will be.
Yeah, the superintendent is one of the, it's a good paying job, who's kidding who, but it's also a lot of work. It's a very high profile job. It's one of the dozen or so most important positions that there are here in the Wenatchee Valley. Brian Flonis is stepping down at the end of next summer. The process to get a new superintendent has begun.
Yes.
As we bid adieu to 2018 and welcome to 2019, where are we on that process?
Yeah, so we're entering into the final phases of our process right now. So in January, our board will be presented with a slate of candidates. From those candidates, they'll decide which ones they want to invite back for a first round of interviews. That's all done kind of in a closed session. So After that, then we narrow it down to finalists in February, and we're projecting 3 to 4 finalists. We don't know for sure, but that's our projection, to invite back for a final interview. And that final interview, or final interviews, will happen February 19th through the 22nd, and it will include a full day for that candidate. For each candidate, they'll walk through the same agenda each day, and it includes an opportunity to interface with our community. We'll be creating a community kind of advisory committee that will have an opportunity to meet with each candidate. Also tours of our schools, so they'll see a middle school, high school, elementary. They'll also spend some time talking with kids and other educators as well, and then there'll be an opportunity for community leaders to have lunch with the candidate, and then we kind of finish out the day with an open forum. So that's really an opportunity for anybody in the community to come and hear each candidate give a 5-slide presentation, and it'll be moderated, so we'll have some predetermined questions, but that'll be an open community meeting where anybody can come, and there'll be feedback forms that everybody can fill out and submit to the...
New person, what, early March?
We're hoping to have a decision mid to early March.
Okay.
Yeah, a determination. There's always some negotiation that happens after you make an offer. So we're looking at mid-March, I think, to have an announcement on who the next soup will be.
And that's indicative of the importance and the gravity of the job, because they want this person up and running by the end of March at the latest, even though Brian's not leaving until the end of August, because that's how long it takes to get your ducks in a row for that kind of job.
It does, yeah, and there'll be an opportunity for Brian and this person to, work together to kind of pass that baton, so that handoff. Brian's assistant, Lindy Akers, is also retiring too, so this person will be, looking to hire a new administrative assistant. So there'll be a lot of change in that office, and that gives us some time to make that transition.
Diana Haglund, the Communications Director of the Wenatchee School District. I know you got to go. It's a busy Monday. Anything else before I cut you loose?
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know that in January, we'll be sending out some communication. You'll be hearing from us likely about how you can get involved in the superintendent search finalist interviews. We, as I mentioned, will have a stakeholder community group, and we'll be accepting applications for that. So people can throw their name in the hat, literally, to participate in that. So there'll be more information coming out at the first of the year.
Who's a stakeholder for naming the new superintendent? Everybody.
Everybody.
That makes
Absolutely.
it easy, doesn't it?
Yeah. If you have an interest, we want you to apply.
Absolutely. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Yes,
All right?
you too.
Cool, and we'll see you next year, I'm sure.
Okay.
You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Hi, Justin here, owner of Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Club Crow is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Looking for a fun night out? Join us at Club Crow Saturday nights. We have live bands to rock the night away. Club Crow is bringing comedy to Cashmere. Check out our Facebook page for upcoming dates. Live jam session first Sunday of every month. Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
Collins Fashions has your lifestyle in mind. Casual to special occasions, head-to-toe styling, foundations to shoes, jewelry, scarves, handbags, awesome gifts too. Denim brands from Liverpool, Not Your Daughter's Jeans, French dressing, all fits and sizes. Slacks from Joseph Ribkoff, Renoir, Tribal, and Elliott Lauren. Easy care and flattering. Stylish sweaters from Icelandic, Curio, and Tribal. Great selection of cashmere sweaters and scarves too. We always have you in mind at Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Welcome back to this Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz. That view you see is from our Billy Goat camera, way up there overlooking Pateros. And as you can see, they're socked in with clouds and fog. But today's weather is going to be kind of quiet, all things considered. Partly sunny, partly cloudy, depending on whether you're an optimist or a pessimist. So we're going to have some sunshine today, up until about 3:30 or 4, and then starting at 4 o'clock tonight and going through about 10 o'clock Tuesday morning, rain. A lot of rain. A little bit of rain later on this afternoon into tonight. Then we're talking about a quarter to a half an inch of rain tonight into Tuesday morning before we dry out a little bit. Then we just have clouds. And look at Wednesday's high under mostly sunny skies, 46 degrees. Are you kidding me? All of these afternoon highs, of course, are well above normal. So we're going to be wet. We'll have some sun breaks today. The clouds will be burning off. The rain will begin about 4:30 this afternoon. It will rain all the way through Tuesday morning till about 10. Significant rainfall for the Wenatchee Valley. Leavenworth, you're going to get some snow, all right? The mountain passes are going to get lots and lots of snow. And speaking, I was just talking about Pateros and heading up the Medhow. If you're heading up that way to Twisp, Carlton, Medhow proper, all the way up into Mazama and Winthrop, you are going to get some snow, maybe 4 or 5 inches of snow in the upper Cascades. And by the way, right now the passes are okay. No advisories or restrictions if you're heading over the major mountain passes. That's your forecast. All right, for the rest of the week, Eric Granstrom will talk about the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive tomorrow on this program. Brandon Lieberg will be here on Wednesday. Kenny Sturgeon is the brand new executive director of the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. She'll be my guest on Thursday, and then Friday, Kat. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.